power of habit is primal. It is wired into the very core of our being, shaping nearly half of our daily actions, 40%, according to a study from Duke University, without us even realizing it. Throughout The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg uncovers the mechanics of how habits form, their consequences, and, most importantly, how we can change them. He begins with the case of E.P. Eugene Pauly, a man whose brain was severely damaged, leaving him unable to form new memories. Yet, through the primitive power of habit, housed in the basal ganglia, otherwise referred to as our lizard brain, he could still navigate his neighborhood, complete routines, and function, despite having no recollection of doing so. This speaks to the deep-rooted nature of our habits. They persist, often outside of our conscious control, but that same primal force can be harnessed for change. Duhigg explores the darker side of habit too. The same neural programming that lets us drive home without thinking can also lead to destructive behaviors, like compulsive gambling or even sleep-induced violence, as seen in the case of night terrors. Changing habits is beyond our conscious control. To influence them, we must alter the loop that affects them, the loop being a cue, a routine, and a reward for completing that routine. By changing this loop, we can regain power. The key is to dissect the habit, not fight it head-on. Instead of trying to resist a craving, track it. Carry a note card. Each time you feel the urge for an old habit, mark a check. Every time you successfully change your routine, mark a hash. Look for patterns. What cue led you to crave the reward? Cues often come in 5 flavors: a location, a time of day, an emotional state, people, or the immediate preceding action. Write down what each of these are each time you feel that craving, that desire for the reward. Maybe your afternoon snack is not about hunger. It's about escaping your desk. Maybe late-night social media scrolling isn't about entertainment. It's about avoiding discomfort. When you identify the real reward, you can replace the routine while still satisfying the craving. Some habits are called keystone habits, and these are even more powerful. Exercise, for instance, doesn't just improve health. It often leads to better eating, increased productivity, financial discipline, and even greater patience. Why? Because of willpower, which is like a muscle and strengthens with use. Keystone habits like this influence other habits and spread outwards into our lives. Practicing discipline in one area spills into others, which is one reason why extracurricular activities like music and sports are so often encouraged. Even beyond individuals, habits shape communities. Recognizing that a society itself is just a collection of habits, militaries have altered civilian behaviors, making small, strategized changes to their routines in order for them to be more accepting. Social movements, too, follow a 3-stage evolution. They begin with close relationships, spread through wider community ties, and only endure when leaders create new identities for their followers, which require new habits. True societal change happens when both strong and weak social ties merge and leaders capitalize on it. And perhaps the simplest, most overlooked habit, gratitude. Studies show it dramatically improves mood, particularly in those battling depression. A simple shift in focus, a small daily habit of appreciation, can alter the way we see the world. Habits have been essential to human survival, teaching us when to fight and when to flee, conserving our mental energy for the new challenges we face. They also normalize behaviors, good ones and bad. The question is not whether habits control us, but which ones do, and how can we change them.